So there are a couple new trailers out that I wanted to talk about. Now these are my feelings about the trailers and the changes to movies that I grew up with. So we are going to be reviewing the new trailers for Pete's Dragon and Ghostbusters. I'm Ollamh, and welcome to Geek Corner Reviews. Okay, so the first one had me so mad I had to take about a week to talk about it. That's Pete's Dragon. I realized not a lot of people remember the movie. It was a typical 60s and 70s Disney movie, live action with some cartoon aspects thrown in. I was surprised they were rebooting it, and when I first watched the trailer, I thought I clicked on the new Jungle Book trailer instead. But no, they're making it a gritty, realistic movie about a boy growing up away from civilization. In case you didn't know, the original was about a boy who was running away from his adoptive family, and in the beginning scenes they are knocked over by this unseen force. Come to find out, that unseen force is a dragon that is protecting the boy. He is taken in by a lady and her father who tend a lighthouse. The dragon helps Pete and his new friends, and Pete is eventually adopted by the lighthouse keepers. It was a fun, lighthearted musical, and most of all, for very little children. Now this new one has the look of being gritty, realistic, about a boy who has lived for the past 6 years in a forest, and they actually say this in the trailer. Also that he hasn't survived all alone, but is protected by a dragon. We barely see Elliot, if they're still keeping the dragon's name the same, in the trailer. Instead, we see a silhouette at best. I can't help but feel that this is a movie that is past the time when Disney really wanted it out. It was originally greenlit in 2013, when dragons were a huge thing, thanks to the desolation of smog. The actual filming for the movie didn't start until the beginning of 2015. I really think that someone at Disney said, hey, dragons are a big thing. What can we do that has a dragon as a key character? And they realized that they had done a movie back in 1977 called Pete's Dragon. It looks nothing like the original, and I'm really scared that they only used the name to try and tug at the nostalgia strings of 30-something parents. Now from there we go to a really new trailer, Ghostbusters. This movie has been touted as both a wonderful idea and a horribly gimmicky idea for the same reason. If for some reason you haven't heard anything about it yet, it's basically going to be the original, but with the main characters gender swapped. That being the main selling point for the movie seems really kind of off to me. I have no problems with strong female leads, but up until now, that has been the major focus of the movie. And again, before anybody starts hating, I have no problem with a change in gender for the characters, but it has to be more than just that. That being said, the trailer does seem to have some really nice things involved. The science has a lot more development to it. We see some clips of them creating the proton packs and the ghost traps, something that I always felt the original could have used. We find out that it's not just ghosts popping up in some end-of-days style prophecy, that there is something creating the ghosts. It looks like it's not really a reboot, but more of a continuation. The graffiti in a short subway shot makes it look like, for whatever reason, the Ghostbusters are just a memory, instead of a franchise like the original idea for the series. Now this trailer isn't all that great in my opinion. They have some really kind of cheap jokes, and some of the characters are a little too stereotypical for my taste. Think about this, in the original, Winston was hired because they had too much work. But there wasn't really a big deal made about his ethnic background. He was really just one of the guys. He wasn't huge into the science side of things, but he wasn't dumb and ignorant either. There was one joke that was really made possible because of his ethnic background, but that was really it. So what about this new female counterpart in the new movie? We see the character of Patty Tolan introducing herself as the person who knows New York and can borrow a car. With the addition of the scene of slapping the devil ghost out of a friend, she seems almost over-the-top stereotypical. The one African-American woman on the team is the only tough urban character that doesn't understand this science stuff at all. But she has no problem slapping people who are possessed. While, as a friend mentioned to me, each character is going to have a certain archetype, such as the brainy one with severe social issues, there is a certain line that should be drawn. There are archetypes, and then there are blatant racial stereotypes that are borderline, if not outright offensive. This being the first trailers for both films, there is a lot of things that are still up in the air. Personally, the Pete's Dragon film looks rather disappointing. The Ghostbusters trailer shows some promise, but also some potential downfalls. All in all, neither really reached out and grabbed me as being amazing. I have hopes for Ghostbusters. I really do. And maybe it's just these two clips showing the few stereotypical scenes. The original was amazing because it was something unique and different. And the remake really needs to be something different than other movies out there. Only time will tell if either movie is just a nostalgic cash grab or a significant piece of modern cinema. So what are your thoughts on the trailers? Are you excited for the movies or still holding judgment until further trailers come out? Leave a comment down below and let us know. As always, thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio! Now, some of the darker aspects of the Dread universe is the source of food. With the decimated land after the apocalypse, there isn't much.
Ah, bad guys.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I am shooting your butts.